Hey guys, it is Steph. I just wanted to let you see what I was doing today. I'm going to be trying my hand at doing a little canning. I haven't done any for a couple years, but I have my equipment set out. I checked my pot and the gasket and the opening in the lid to make sure that all of that's clear. I have my oven turned on to 200 degrees, and I'm going to turn it off in just a second just to warm up the jars. Got them in there. First thing I'm going to do is brown off some hamburger because I don't want a raw pack. But I also have split peas that I soaked overnight, and I'm just going to put them with a little water into the jars. Then I've got a couple pieces of chicken here that I'm going to trim off. These are thighs, and what I'm going to do is trim off the fat and the meat and just can it without the bone, because I only have like half-pint jars that I'll be using today. Then here is some beef. I want to can some beef. This is a package that I had purchased that's already pre-cut, but I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces. And let me see, what else do I have? Yeah, here's another piece of beef. So I will be doing beef, chicken, ground beef, and split peas. Excuse me, I'm not going to be doing it step by step. If you're interested in learning how to can, first of all, you need to get a book and read up. But there are also a couple of very reliable canners that post on YouTube, and I'll put their links below, okay? All right, so I'm going to get started cutting and portioning up this stuff here. Okay, I'm ready to start with my first batch. I've browned off the ground beef. I have 3 quarts of water in my canner, and I've just turned the heat on under it. Here are the lids, softening in some water. The jars I just took out of the oven. Here are the rings. Here's the beef that I cut up. Here are the split peas. I can only fit 11 half pints in the bottom of my canner, so I'll probably do the ground beef and the beef, and then if there's any room left over, I'll do some of the split peas. I'm not adding any liquid to the ground beef, but what I'm doing here, I have a paper towel that I dipped into vinegar, and I'm going to very, very carefully clean all around the rim and around the top to make sure there are no licks. Okay, this is my first jar of ground beef. I've packed it pretty full. What I have here is a paper towel that I soaked in some vinegar, and I'm going to clean the top of the jar very carefully. I want to make sure there are no nicks in the glass and that there's no grease on there before I put the lid on. Okay, I have managed to squeeze in 12 half pints. I hope I didn't crowd it. And I've got 3 quarts of water in there, and I'm ready to put the lid on and begin the venting process. Okay, as I may have said earlier, it's been a while since I've done any canning, so I'm kind of watching everything like a hawk. And I've got my book in hand, so any of you who are tempted to ask me questions, this is what I do. I just get my canning book out and I try to do everything by the letter. This gasket has just come up, and what I'm waiting for at this point now is for a steady stream of steam to come up here, and it has to be visible. And then once you see it, it should be coming out at a pretty good force. And then you time it for at least 10 minutes. If you go 11 or 12 minutes, there's no harm in that, but don't go under, because this is pushing out all the air that's in there and just building up that head of steam, and that's what causes the temperature to rise and to cook your food so that it can safely. So I'm hoping, believe me, I'm hoping. Okay, this is what we canners call the happy dance. That means that the pressure has come up and it's moving the weight. This is moving a little bit too fast, so I'm going to lower the setting on my stove a little bit at a time because I don't want it to stop completely. That means I have to start from the beginning. But this is a good sign. Well, friends, it is 10 to 9. It has been a rewarding day. I have 22 half pints of chicken and beef and split peas ready for soup. I didn't put any seasoning in anything, but I'm just really happy. Oh, and ground beef too, so it was worthwhile. Now, one thing I did notice is in the first batch I put vinegar in the pot because they say that's how you keep the outside of your jars clean, but it left a deposit on the lids. I did wipe it a little bit so it'll come off. And then on the second batch, I didn't put any vinegar in the pot, and I noticed that there wasn't any residue on the lids or rings. So whatever it is, I don't know if it's iron or what, but anyway, it came out good. I am really tickled with it. I think all of the jars sealed. The ones from the batch that I just took out are still boiling, so I'm just going to leave them here overnight, and then I will wash them and label them tomorrow morning. So, all right, my friends, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Well, hey guys, it is the following day, and I am so delighted with the outcome of my little canning project yesterday. As I probably mentioned, I haven't canned in a couple years. These are all half-pint jars. A lot of them are what I call my favorite ones. I love these little fat bottom ones. I don't know, I just think they're awfully cute. But I got 3 jars of chicken. I got, I don't know, about 7 or 8 jars of split peas, and I don't put any seasoning in it. I just like them, like to add the vegetables and seasonings when I actually make the soup. I did ground beef and I did beef chunks. So anyway, it's my first canning in quite a while, and I'm just so happy with it. All the jars sealed, and I just thought I would share it with you guys, okay? Thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you soon.